everybody, welcome to Chair My Body. We are not going to be using a chair today, we're going to be using the floor today. And I have a pair of just some really light dumbbells that I'm going to be using for some arm exercises. If you don't have free weights that are light, you can grab 2 water bottles, and if you have nothing, don't worry about it, you can just do range of motion, no worries. So we are going to start on the floor, and very funny, I just went on to just make sure that we're streaming, because obviously want to make sure we're streaming before we start anything. And because I have Chair My Body Connection in the title, it had it on as an advertisement for a chair for sale, so it was messing up. So hopefully we're all good now. I'm going to check one more time in a second, but you are going to find a spot on the floor or on your bed and just get comfortable. I'm going to do it seated. If you want to have a pillow or a blanket to make yourself more comfortable for a prop, by all means, please do so. And I figured today is a good day to be on the floor and relax and chill, because it yet again is another really hot day in the summer. Yay! So didn't want to build up too much of a sweat, and figured being on the ground in a nice, hopefully cool environment is the best way to go. So get comfy, find your position, laying down, sitting up, whatever you want. And we're going to be there for about 2 minutes, just like we would do when we're seated in our regular chair postures. Obviously, I'm sure you know by now that when it's really hot out, we want to move like we do on a regular cool day, whatever it happens to be, normal day. But we also want to make sure that we're hydrating enough and we're finding enough cool shade, and we're taking care of the people and animals in our family. I always love how the news always like reminder, check on your neighbors, things like that. We should be doing that on a regular basis, but always remember that it is important to take care of ourselves just as well as it is our neighbors. So take care of yourself, stress relief, fluid intake, eating healthy foods, and de-stressing, which is what we are doing right now. Let's take a couple more breaths. And we are actually going to all meet together laying on our backs. So if you were seated, please join me here on the ground. And if you are already on the ground, you beat us to the punch. Awesome. So we're just going to let our feet kind of flop out to the side. We're going to put our hands on our belly and just feel the breath come in and out. We want that breath to come in through our nose, if we can breathe in through our nose, down our throat, neck region, chest region, into our bellies, letting it rise, and then all the way back and through. So we're going to look up to the ceiling first and really tuck that chin in, giving ourselves a double chin, a triple chin. And then plank it super up to the ceiling. And again, tuck it in. And point it up to the ceiling. Come to neutral, turn that head to one side. Back through center and the other way. Come back through center. First side again. This time we're going to take the opposite arm and just bring it over. So our shoulders are still on the ground. And then release. Look the other way and then take that hand, bring it across. Come back through center, give yourself a giant hug. And then switch which arm is on top. Beautiful. Let's lift those elbows right above our head. Let's go down a little bit. So we're here, we're grabbing our opposite elbow. We're straightening out those arms. Grab one wrist, pull it on over. And then grab the other wrist, pull it on over. Go back to the center. I'd like you to take your right leg, cross it over your left, and then grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull it over. Big, full side body stretch. And then release, and let's switch it over. Other foot, other hand. And release. All right, bring those hands back to your belly. And then grab one knee and pull it in. And let's do some circles from the hip here. And let's switch directions. Keep it still and then move around that ankle. Switch sides, switch directions. All right, let's switch it up. Other leg. Bringing that knee in first. Big circles from that hip. And switch directions. Slow it down, move around that ankle. And switch directions. And release. Let's bend both knees and then bring each knee out to the side. Hands on the belly. We're gonna hold here for 10 breaths. So if you something you want to support your knees with, by all means, please do so, or bring your legs farther apart. Nice deep breaths, relaxing. Okay, so you're going to take your hand, bring them to the outsides of your thighs, push them together. Now we're going to do more of a crisscross applesauce type of style, but those knees are not going to be crossed. So we're in this position here where your legs are one on top of each other, they're not crossed right here. So we're going to bring those legs that way, and we're going to lay back down, and we're going to do 10 breaths, stretching here. If you need to make any adjustments, please do. We're just letting that weight of gravity just kind of help stretch us out a little bit. Okay, and let's bring those legs in and then switch it so the other leg is in front. And relax. Bring those knees in, and let's lay on one side. If you have a pillow or something here, you can put it underneath your head. Otherwise, we're going to use our arm and shoulders to make sure that we're in a nice straight line here, or as straight as we can be. All right, so let's do some exercises with this hip in this position. Because we're usually not in this position, obviously we're seated. So we're just going to use gravity a little bit here. So let's straighten that top leg, and let's just come up and down. Two more. And relax, take a second. Let's take that top arm and we're just gonna open and close here. So we're here, so this is the motion we're going for, but I want that upper arm just relaxing on your torso. So depending on your flexibility, your range of motion may be different here. Relax. Let's do the lower leg. So just take that upper leg, just kind of slide it up out of the way. And let's lift and lower. And relax. Let's do that arm motion again. Up and down. and relax. All right, so we're gonna go through that 2 more times. If you want to add your little weight to that arm, you can. If your weight's too heavy or that feels too much, not a problem, don't worry about it. But if you want to have your weights for rounds 2 and 3, please do so. All right, so let's do that upper leg again. Let's go up and down. And come down. All right, if we're adding in that weight, please do so. Up and down. And relax. A lower leg. Let's go. And relax. Arm. Again. Let's go. And drop. For this third round, I am not going to use my weight. If you want to, please do so. I'm just your leader here. I'm your coach. You're giving you suggestions. You can match me. You don't have to. All right, round 3 on this side. Let's go. And bring it down. Arms, or arm, just one. And go. And relax. Lower body, or lower leg one more time on this side. And let's go. And relax. And arm one more time on this side. And let's go. Release. All right, lie on your back. We're gonna have those knees bent. And all we're gonna do is we're just gonna open and close those knees. 20 times, nice and slow. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's roll to the other side. and let's do everything on that side. I'm just going to turn so I can face you all. Okay, let's make sure we have enough room for everything and have our optional weight nearby. Whatever you did for repetitions with weight on side A, you're gonna do side B. So I'm gonna do round number 2 with weight, but round 1 and 3 without. But you do you. All right, make sure that head and neck are supported. All right, let's go. Top leg up and down 10 times. And come down. All right, that arm, let's go up and down. And come down. Bottom leg. Ready? Let's go. 1. And lower down. Arm. Let's go. And relax. Round 2, I'm going to have my weight nearby. Upper leg. Let's start. And come on down. Arms. Let's go. And release. Lower leg. Let's go. And come down. Arm. Let's start. And come down. The last round through. Upper leg. Let's go. And put that leg down. And let's start the arm. And come down. Almost done. Leg on the lower end. drop down. Arm one more time, and go. And then release, laying on your back. 20 more of those legs in and out. Now, this time you can either lie on your back like we've been doing, or for this round, if you want to come up on your forearms, you can too. Totally up to you. The same thing, we're doing that in and out 20 times. Relaxing that head and neck wherever you are. And let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna lay on our backs with our little weights. And we're gonna do some chest presses and some chest flies here. Okay, so just as a friendly reminder, a chest press is when we have our elbows out to the side, we have our weights in our hands, or we have nothing in our hands, and we're gonna sort of press up to the sky and coming down to when our elbows and shoulders meet each other. So this is our chest press. For our chest fly, we're gonna have our arms out in front of us, a tiny little bend in our elbows. We're gonna be grabbing our weights or not, and we're gonna come out to the side and come back up. Out to the side and come back up. So those are our exercises. We're gonna bounce back and forth between the two exercises. They're gonna be 10 repetitions a piece, and we're gonna do 3 sets, just like we did with the legs. But we're gonna do them together because we have the availability to do both arms at the same time. So get a little bit more bang for our buck, and we will take breaks as needed, so don't worry. All right, so we're gonna do that chest press first. So bring those elbows out to the side. Make sure you have a nice neutral wrist so your wrists aren't super far forward, super far back. There should be no bend. You should be able to look and see a nice straight line. All right, so let's come up for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring those elbows in. Let those weights rest for a second. Take 2 big breaths. All right, bring those weights up. Palms facing each other. Little bend in the elbows. Out to the side for 1. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring those weights down, rest them on the ground if you'd like. 3 breaths. Okay, round 2. Elbows out to the side. Let's press up for 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring those elbows in, weights down, 2 breaths. Okay, bring those arms up, a little bend at the elbows, coming out to the side. 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Elbows in, weights down, 3 breaths. So you have 1 more set to do. Okay, last time. Elbows out to the side. Let's push up. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Elbows in, weights down, 2 breaths. Weights up, palms facing, out to the side, little bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is it for 10. Beautiful. Bring those weights in, drop them off to the side. We're going to bend those knees. You can either cross one leg over and then drop those knees to the side, or you can just have one leg next to each other and drop those knees to the side and look over your opposite shoulder. 10 breaths here. If you have that leg crossed, uncross it, and we're going to come through the center. Do the same thing on the other side. We're either going to cross and lean, or knees next to each other, drop, and twist to the other side. 10 breaths. Beautiful. You're going to rotate the rest of your body towards the knees that are bent and use this upper arm to push yourself up to seated. I'm going to come to a cross-legged position, and then we're going to bring one leg in front and one leg at the other, just like we did when we were lying down. Hands on your knees. Get yourself situated. Now what we're going to do is circles from the hip. Other direction. Come to the center and walk those fingertips forward, keeping your hips on the ground. Walk it back. Switch the legs. Hands on the thighs or the knees, and let's rotate. Switch directions. Come to the center. Walk those fingertips forward. And come on back. Beautiful. Now you can cross your legs if you want, or you can bring your knees in. If you want either one, whatever's more comfortable for you. Just drop that ear to your shoulder as close as you can get. And switch out the side. Side A. And side B. Release, bring one arm up and over. And the other arm up and over. Side A, up and over. And side B, up and over. Release, last stretch. Bring your legs out in front of you. Point those toes all the way up to the sky. And we're going to sit as much at a 90-degree angle as humanly possible. Then we're just going to walk those fingertips down your shins as far as they will go today. And hold. And then walk it back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Lock it in. And walk it back. lock it in. And lock it back. Okay, so we have 4 minutes left of class. You can either do one of the two things. You can just go into a kind of laying down Shavasana, trying to relax as much as possible, or you can do a Shavasana with your legs up in the air against a cabinet, a wall, your bed, anything like that, or using a prop to elevate your hips up to the sky as such. So you can have this option here, or you can just go into your regular Shavasana laying down, or corpse pose. So your legs are out in front of you, their toes are kind of flailed out to the side, your shoulders are tucked under, and your palms are up to the sky. We're going to end class here. I'll tell you when the time is up, but pick whichever position is more comfortable for you at this point in time today. If your legs are in the air, slowly bring them back down. Slowly roll onto your side and use that top arm to push yourself up. If you're in Shavasana, you can either stay there for as long as you're comfortable doing so, or you can bend those knees in, roll onto your side, and use that top arm to push yourself up. You're going to very slowly open up your eyes, take in your surroundings, and acknowledge that we are done with our routine today. If you want to stay in Shavasana, you please stay for as long as you're able. Even another 20 seconds would be great. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. And next Monday, with the holiday, there will not be a live class, but I will post a workout from a previous week so you can partake. Have a great day.